why is it that conservatives, why do we believe that Twitter, social media is like a human right? It's like, they can ban us from social media. They can ban us from Twitter. Yes, they can ban us from Twitter. Yes, they can. That is not a human right. These private companies have the right to do literally whatever they want. They set the rules. They can ban whoever they want. In my channel, there's no cursing on the live calling show. That's my rule. I have the right to set those rules. Let's talk about this, which is very important right here. The First Amendment of the United States. We say it all the time, and sometimes we don't even know what it actually means. What does this actually mean? Does it mean that freedom of expression, and we're gonna read it, that way you guys understand it. The language is there, but I guess we just forget it, or we don't pay too much attention to it, which I understand. We're not all of us. We're not legal experts or none of that. But I'm gonna give you the legal. What does the First Amendment legally say? And let's read it. First Amendment. This is thanks to the Constitution.Congress.gov. First Amendment of the United States of America. And the clue is in the first word of what it says. Congress should not make law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech. Again, this is what we talk about this, the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Again, who is it that is not gonna impede our freedom of speech? Who? Congress. The United States government will not make any laws abridging your freedom of speech, or as we say in modern day language, I guess, for the regular people to understand, freedom of expression. Congress should not make that. Hence, that's why I am able to. I'm censoring people when I say that there's no cursing on my live calling show. That's censorship. And the United States Constitution, the laws of the United States protect me from me censoring other people from not cursing on my channel. I'm censorship. I'm doing some censorship there. Congress should not make, hence these private individuals, and we're gonna get into Section 230 also. These individuals, these private companies, these private individuals, they are able to set these rules to however they see fit, as long obviously it's not violating anybody's civil rights or stuff like that. But people are believing that Twitter is a civil right. Like before, we didn't have Twitter, we didn't have none of this, we didn't have Facebook, none of this stuff. And we're going out of our like, we're going crazy when these people are banning us. They could literally do whatever they want. They could do what they did to Donald Trump, which is they could straight up ban them. They could take subscribers away. It's their, whatever the policy is, whatever they want to do, they could do it. And again, we're going to be talking about Section 230, which has nothing to do with none of this. None of this. Section 230, actually, I changed my mind on Section 230 because I believe Section 230 is something that is actually fair and it should not be repealed. Because you cannot tell other people how to run their businesses. And we're going to be talking about, especially us Christians, we forgot already the court case of the baker in Colorado who went and denied a gay couple a wedding cake because he felt like he was infringing on his beliefs of Christian. We fully backed him. Twitter's doing the same thing. They're doing certain rules. They're doing certain things, and they don't want that. Are they doing it unfair? Are they applying their laws, their public laws, whatever they are, their community guidelines? Are they applying it unfair? Yes, they are. They know that. But the question is, are they wrong for doing it? Of course they're not. They're not wrong for doing none of that stuff. It's their platform. Who's the people that are here, man? You guys don't say what's up on the chat, man. Who's up in here? Who's here? Let me know who's here on the chat, man. Now, on the citizen level, right, on a civil level, right, freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequences. Let me give you an example. Are there some tough guys in the chat right now? Tough guys. If I was to get up in your face, in your face and talk some stupidity about your mother, what would you do? Some of you might respond with some physical violence because I said your mother. Do I have the right to say anything I want about anybody's mother? I have all the right in the world to say that. Now, am I free from the consequences of saying those things? Am I free from the consequences of saying those things? There's consequences to freedom of expression. We got to learn this, guys. I think this is, to be honest, I think this is pretty good. I think the thing that's happening to conservatives, I mean, I think it's good. We got to wake up. You got to wake up. There got to be some billionaire conservative out there that cares about freedom of expression, that is willing to take these conservative dollars and make some type of social media for conservatives. Because again, guys, all these numbers is money. Is money. You know what, the huge amount of money that Twitter will lose if all conservatives leave from there. You know how much money they will lose, and all these social medias, Facebook, all these, they will lose a whole bunch of money. But right now, conservatives, we don't have the freedom. We don't have the will to do none of that stuff. To be honest, we don't. We don't have the will to do that, to cancel our subscriptions and cancel our things, and see, again, the market is moving. Conservatives are being pushed out of the social media, and that's okay because they have the right to do that. Now we just got to come up with our own, and I think we're gonna come up with our own. If it's gonna be that conservatives are not able to express their views in certain platforms, that's okay. I'm perfectly fine with that, to be honest. Perfectly fine with that. I mean, I don't understand why we're trying to force Twitter to change. I mean, it will be nice in a perfect world, great, no problem. Nobody's persecuting anybody for their beliefs. Lovely, great, no problem, lovely. But to try to force these people to accept our ways of thinking and our ways, I mean, I think that's unconservative, to be honest. I think that's not a real conservatism, to be honest. What happened to their freedom of expression and their freedom to pick and choose who they do business with? We have that. We have that right as a nation to pick and choose who we do business with. Why are we going to take it away from them? Okay, let me continue here. Let's get into now the controversial section 230, and I'm gonna explain it.